I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about where you can access Wi-Fi hotspots in the city. So if you are either like you don't have Wi-Fi in your house, or your Wi-Fi is like kind of unreliable, or you don't want to use up data on your phone and you'd like to just connect to Wi-Fi, I want to give you some ideas of places where you might be able to do that. Okay. It's a little complicated by the fact that things, are at different capacities for COVID, but some of these things, it won't really matter. One thing I know you've all seen, because they're everywhere, especially on 3rd Avenue, is these Link NYC kiosks. You might have seen people, you can plug your phone into it, you can charge stuff in there. The other thing that they have is free Wi-Fi. So each one of these has its own free Wi-Fi. So if you're anywhere within like a block, half a block radius of that, you should be able to connect to the Wi-Fi there. So this is really helpful. So what it'll do is it'll ask you what your operating system is. So basically iOS. So if you have anything Apple, that's one thing. If you have anything that's an Android otherwise, even if it's an Apple laptop, actually it's other on here as well. So that's what I have. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to say next. And so what you'll do is go to your device settings. All right. So wherever the settings are on your phone, we've looked at that before. You'll connect to Link NYC free Wi-Fi. All right. And in order to log in, you'll enter your email address, which is fine. I mean, that's okay. And then you'll hit connect. Okay. So if you do that, then you'll be connected to the internet. And the other thing is, if you go back to that same area, so you're near the same kiosk, it'll automatically connect for you again. So you only have to go through that connection once, and then the link will be automatic. So if you have one somewhere near you and you just need Wi-Fi for a little while, if there's a way to be close by to that and get that, that's great. One thing I do want to caution you against, again, we've talked about this before, is if you're using public Wi-Fi, don't use that to do things like online shopping. Don't use that to do anything like taxes, anything that would share any of your personal information. They do have levels of security on them, but they're not as secure as your own personal Wi-Fi network or even the data on your phone. So use this if you're, if you're looking for something online, or if you can check your email and stuff on it. But if you're doing super personal stuff, save that for either your data or your home Wi-Fi network, or someone else's home Wi-Fi network if you don't have one. So just keep that in mind. Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Target, any sort of restaurant, coffee place, McDonald's, not promoting McDonald's food, but they do have free Wi-Fi. And generally speaking, either you go in there and can connect to it just by looking again at your Wi-Fi settings, or you might have to ask for a password. But just about any of those places, go in there, see if you can connect. If you can't, ask them for a password. I want to show you one more possibility. This is not the most reliable one, but it's worth trying. Like I've used this before, is that they have, there is internet access in New York City parks as well. The problem with it is that it is limited to 10 minutes at a time of free access. But then you can pay 99 cents and get till midnight of that night. So you can get it in Jefferson Park, you can get it in Central Park. Sometimes it's a little, the signal is a little weak. So if you're trying to stream something, it's not always the easiest thing. So, keep this in mind, test it out. It's limited in that, you get 10 minutes free at a time. So if you need to do something real quick, like check your email, but then you can also pay 99 cents for a day pass as well. But it can be a little hit or miss. I've tried to use it in Central Park before, and it didn't connect particularly well. So just keep that in mind. Some of your best bets are either going to be those kiosks, or they will be something like a Dunkin' Donuts, a Starbucks, outside Target. So if you're having trouble with accessing internet otherwise, or you're trying to save on your data, those are some things to keep in mind. So like in some places you'll see your cable provider as an access point. So like Spectrum, stuff like that. You can enter your, if you have a cable subscription, you can enter your cable data and you should be able to connect to Spectrum or whatever your cable provider is, where they have those set up. So you can always look out for that as well. So if they have a Spectrum hotspot in, you know, Central Park or something, you can sign in with your cable provider. You go to events, you can see our calendar of events. So there'll be more showing up in there as time goes on, okay? So that's a great place to go to. So events, upcoming event. If you go to the next month, or go to the former month, but you'll probably want to go to the next month, you're going to click this forward arrow. And then you can click on each of these and it'll give you more information about the event. So if you go to, let's see, like Tech Talk today, it'll give you the information about when it is and what it is. And it'll show you that you join on Facebook Live. So it'll take you here to the event listing. So as things are coming up, we'll have these on the calendar and you'll click on them and you'll see these listings for them as well. Okay. So keep an eye out.